Hola, mi nombre es Katiuska, and you're here today because you want to know how to have a basic conversation in Spanish without dying in the process. And if you are actually pretty fresh and pretty new and learning vocabulary, you will be difficult to have a conversation, but you want, the easy path. How can I have like simple phrases so I can have a basic conversation, what you will call small talk? In this, I'm going to give you the basics to have a basic conversation in Spanish without dying in the process. There are many ways to learn a new language. Some are easier than others, but no matter what you are doing, it's important to approach things in the right way. Here are a few tips for how to survive a basic conversation. First, be prepared. As soon as you step foot in another country, make sure you know your way around. Take some time to practice speaking before you go out and meet anyone. Practice, practice, practice. That makes perfect. Second, speak slowly and clearly. While Spanish is a ton of fun to learn, it is also very difficult to understand. It's easy to mispronounce words or make mistakes in grammar. So slow down and speak clearly so you can be understood. Number 3, listen more than you talk. This might sound obvious, but it is important to make sure that you are listening as well as talking if you want to learn Spanish. When you are speaking, try to pay attention to what the other person is saying instead of just thinking about what you are going to say next. 4, don't be afraid to ask questions, even basic ones. If there is something that is confusing, then don't hesitate to ask the person if they can explain it again in a more detail or give more examples so that you have a better understanding of what they are trying to say. But we all know that learning a new language can be intimidating. There are many resources available on the internet, books, apps, and audio video lessons that can help you learn Spanish quickly and effectively. If you are planning on traveling to a Spanish-speaking country, you will need to learn some basic vocabulary and words. When trying to speak Spanish, it can be helpful to have a basic vocabulary and basic words to use. There are many articles and videos online that can help you learn these basics, but this could be a little tedious. And when you are starting to study Spanish, everything is very confusing and you don't know where to start exactly. You start to learn random words and then you are not sure how to use all this vocabulary that you learn. In this post, I will show you what phrases you should learn when you are starting to learn a language. Learning a language can be very simple or very complicated if we do not have the notion of how to start. My recommendation is, and it always will be, to start learning like native learn, listening to the phrases you need the most and repeating them. If you are not sure what those phrases are, here is a list of the most important phrases to learn. Basically, you are going to memorize how to introduce yourself, how to greet, how to have basic expression questions, positive and negative answers, etc. I recommend you to start with the introductions, then continue with the greetings, basic expressions, and finally some basic questions and answers that you could give. Verbs are very important, but there are so many, so we get very confused when it comes to knowing which one to learn and how to learn them. Because in Spanish there are not only many verbs, but also many tenses. So you must learn many verbs in many different tenses and conjugations, and it's crazy. My recommendation at the beginning for a basic conversation, the basic present verb, and the rest will come with time. Don't try to make it too complicated sentences, too complicated words. Short answers. Keep the conversation flowing. If you spend a lot of time trying to think of a very elaborated response, you will end up stuck. and you will not finish saying what you want to say. When we're starting a new language, speaking in short sentences doesn't make us look bad, but instead, it makes us look like native. We don't always speak with too many words. There are people who speak with a few words. You know the old saying, a buen entendedor, pocas palabras. To a good listener, you just need to say a few words. I hope that a few tips has been helpful for you. And if it doesn't, I'm going to leave you here a list of which are these basic words that you need to know, these basic phrases that you need to know, and this basic verb that you need to know. And if you want to download it, just go to my page and click download the free list. And if you enjoyed this video like other ones, I hope that you give like to this video, that you subscribe to my channel, and you can watch my other videos when I give you tips of how to learn Spanish, just like other resources that I leave you in my channel. So go check it out and let me know what you think. I hope you have a great day, and I see you for the next one. Adios.